We're now joined live by Mr. Shen Yiyang, Director of the Inclusive Development Research Center. Hello there, Mr. Shen. Great to have you with us on the show. So to start with, why do you think the civic group has chosen to file such a complaint against the Japanese Prime Minister?
Well, I think for these local communities and also especially those fishery communities, so they have a big concern that their benefit being affected by the contaminated water discharge. So I think for decades, so they have been suffered this. So even now they have installed the ALPS treatment system, which somehow get the approval of IAEA, but still a lot of pollutant contaminants still have a lot of impact to the neighbor seas. So IAEA only give a green light to the water come into the ALPS system, but still in the nearby sea bottom sediment, there's still a lot of contaminants still not being removed. So also the incident, the accident is not just a natural disaster issue. It's also a kind of a mishandling of the Tokyo Electric Group. So that's why I think they need more, compensation. Because there's their loss will be direct loss and indirect loss. Now the Japanese, the food market also been affected by the direct discharge of contaminated water, and those indirect, the benefit loss of the local groups, I think need to be, raised to the government. To make sure their right to be protected.
Well, Mr. Shen, as you mentioned, that this move is facing strong opposition not only from inside Japan as well as the international community. And it clearly seems that domestic protests didn't change the Japanese government's plan to discharge the nuclear contaminated water into the sea. And now there are some legal troubles as well. So do you think this complaint will make a difference in any way?
I think it will be very difficult. I think the Japanese government already made up their mind, and also, I think they have a lot of discussion with many developed countries to support them. So, but I think for the local, civil, groups, I think they still have the right, and they still need to get compensation. I have seen that the Japanese government, Tokyo Electric, they have already paid some compensation, but not more. So also Japan need to consider the neighbor's voice. I think even should pay the compensation to the Pacific Island countries.